Welcome, welcome, welcome to episode 241 of the show with no name. I'm your humble host, Nick, and in today's episode, we're going to be doing a revisit of this awesome abandoned farmhouse out here in the middle of nowhere in Washington State. I like to call this house Mansion House for reasons that you can see right off the bat. This is definitely the biggest abandoned farmer's house that I've ever been to in all of my exploration so far. Sadly, this house is in a lot worse condition than it was a couple years ago when I last came here and saw it. As you can see, the roof is almost completely exposed now, which leads to disastrous results in the wintertime when it rains and snows a lot up here on the plateaus. I believe the pioneer family that originally built this house were the LaFollette family, but I'm not 100% positive. But I've talked about them in previous episodes that I've done on this house if you look back into the early days of my YouTube channel. Whoever did build this house definitely spent a good amount of money back in the day. Like I said, this is the biggest abandoned farmhouse that I've ever been to out here in Washington State. And this house has at least 4 bedrooms that are, on average, much larger than a lot of the bedrooms I've been in previous farmhouses. This house is also 3 stories high, which isn't usually the case either. There was a lot of extra space in this house. The one thing that was just eating at my mind since the first time I came here and visited this place was the fact that I couldn't get to the top floor of this house. I spent a couple hours walking around and looking around in every room on the second floor, and I could not find my way to the top, which led me to a lot of speculation as to why the top floor of that house was blocked off or hidden. When I made a trip back out here just recently to take new pictures of the place, I had a note in the back of my head that I was going to try to look for a way to get up to the third floor. Maybe I missed something last time I was here. Maybe I overlooked something, but I was pretty sure that I didn't. I looked at every square inch of that second floor the last time I was here a few years ago, and I could not find a way to the third floor. And what was really interesting this second time around coming to visit this house is, like I said earlier in the episode, since the roof is almost completely exposed, it is really leaving the house vulnerable to the elements. And it's definitely going to start deteriorating at a much, much faster rate now. But this time it worked out to my advantage a little bit. Because of the deterioration of the roof, what happened was it caused the chimney upstairs to collapse. And when that chimney collapsed, it broke part of a wall in one of the bedrooms that I was able to walk right into, basically a secret room with a staircase that brought me up to the third floor. I couldn't believe it when I found it. Upon making it to the third floor, things got even more sketchy, and I ended up leaving with more questions than answers. I found a secret room up there, which makes me believe that maybe somebody was kept hidden up there for one of many reasons. Could it be criminal? Could it have been a mental disability that they didn't know any other way of handling? I have a lot of questions about that secret room upstairs, but sadly, no answers for it. If you guys want to see the third floor of this house for the first time, you'll have to stay tuned or skip to the last 5 minutes or so of this episode, and you can see it. I hope you enjoy all the videos. Thank you. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Here we are at the third floor of Mansion House, and there's the secret room right there. And as you can see, the chimney has pretty much collapsed, and the other part of it is about ready to go at any time. I felt very uncomfortable walking around up here because it felt like each step could be my last, and this thing could buckle at any time. But in reality, it's probably still a little more solid than that. I've been wanting to look out that window for a while, and I'm glad that I finally did. And as I said in the beginning of the episode, you can see why the water damage is so severe in this house now. I mean, look at the roof. There's almost no protection from the elements anymore, and everything's starting to collapse. What a creepy little room up here, though, and I wonder what was going on up here back in the day. I think that it will always be a mystery, and I'll be left with more questions than answers. Until next time, thanks for watching.